we request Tambrati to light the lamp and our Vice Chancellor, Vice Chancellor Dr. Mohan, Vijayan sir, Rameshna sir, Saudullah sir and our principal. MKC and principal together. And MEP sir also. Thank you, sir. And we reach the principal to accompany Dr. Kalakarshan to accompany Tambrati to the stage. Let me acknowledge the presence of first batch student, 1951 batch student, Leelamani Ambrose madam. And welcome madam to the this conference. Yes.
Sadguru Deva Sachidananda Tava Pada Kamalam Sharanam. Sadguru Deva Sachidananda Tava Pada Kamalam Sharanam. Jeevadayaka Hridayeshwara Nin Sannidhi Matrame Ashrayam Prabhu. Jeevadayaka Hridayeshwara Nin Sannidhi Matrame Ashrayam Prabhu. Sadguru Deva Sachidananda Tava Pada Kamalam Sharanam. Tava Pada Kamalam Sharanam.
We, the students, staff and alumni of Trivandrum Medical College, are blessed to have Princess Aswathy Thirunal Gouri Lakshmi Bayi, Kaudiya Palace, as our chief guest for the inaugural event. We invite Professor M.K.C. Nair, formerly Vice Chancellor of Kerala University of Health Sciences and former Director of Child Development Center, also Chairman of Scientific Committee of Platinum Jubilee Convention, for the welcome speech and to brief the audience about today's program.
Good morning, everybody, the august audience. First of all, let me welcome all of you here, alumni, faculty, postgraduates, students, and friends. It's my great pleasure to welcome Aswathy Thirunal, Princess Aswathy Thirunal Gouri Lakshmi Bayi, the senior most member of the Royal Palace of Travancore. She is a prolific writer, a poetess, and much more than that, a very, very humble human being. My relation with her, probably I know together for last 30, 40 years now, and always humble, bending, saying, no, never, always smiling, never angry in her whole life. We are also fortunate to have a guest of honor, Professor Mohan Kundummel, who is a man with a vision for KUHS, a very quiet, energetic person, and his greatest success was conducting the examination timely during the COVID pandemic. And I think we are proud of you, sir, for the university. Okay. We have, along with the other guests are there, so we will welcome each one of you, including the guests from abroad, ME Sir. We have all the dignitaries sitting here. So I will take only 2 minutes, so I am stopping now. Okay. Announce next.
Next, we have the keynote address. For this, we invite Professor Mohanan Kundummel, our Honorable Vice Chancellor of Kerala University of Health Sciences, to deliver the keynote address.
ഗുഡ് മോർണിംഗ്, എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. ഇന്നത്തെ നമ്മുടെ മുഖ്യ അതിഥി പ്രിൻസസ് അശ്വതി തിരുനാൾ ഗൗരി ലക്ഷ്മി ബായി അവർകളെ, എൻ്റെ മുൻഗാമി കേരള യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഓഫ് ഹെൽത്ത് സയൻസസ് വൈസ് ചാൻസലർ ഡോക്ടർ MKC നായർ, ബഹുമാന്യയായ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ഡോക്ടർ കലാകേശവൻ, എൻ്റെ മുന്നിലിരിക്കുന്ന ഏറ്റവും ബഹുമാന്യരായ തിരുവനന്തപുരം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രിയങ്കരായ ബഹുമാന്യരെ, എൻ്റെ ഏറ്റവും പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനികളെ, അതിമനോഹരമായ ഒരു നിമിഷത്തിലാണ് ഞാനിവിടെ നിൽക്കുന്നത്. 45 വർഷം മുമ്പ് 1977 നവംബർ 12-ാം തീയതി ഞാനിവിടെ ആദ്യമായി നിന്നതാണ്. അന്നത്തെ പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ പ്രൊഫസർ മാധവൻകുട്ടി സാറ് പറഞ്ഞ ഒരു ഓത്ത് ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാവരും ഇവിടെ നിന്ന് ഏറ്റു ചൊല്ലിയതാണ്. ഇന്ന് ഈ 45 വർഷത്തിന് ശേഷം എൻ്റെ ഈ കോളേജ് 70-ാം വർഷം ആഘോഷിക്കുന്ന ഈ മുഹൂർത്തത്തിൽ കേരളത്തിലെ 320 ഹെൽത്ത് പ്രൊഫഷണൽ കോളേജുകളുടെ 30 മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജുകളുടെ ഈ തിരുവനന്തപുരം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൻ്റെയും കൂടി വൈസ് ചാൻസലറായിട്ട് എനിക്കിവിടെ നിൽക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞത് ഈ കോളേജിൻ്റെ കഴിവാണ്. ഈ കോളേജ് ആണ് എന്നെ ഈ നിലയിലെത്തിച്ചത്. അതിന് എൻ്റെ അധ്യാപകരായ പ്രൊഫസർ ലീലാമണി അംബ്രോസ് അടക്കം പ്രൊഫസർ വിജയരാഘവൻ സാർ അടക്കമുള്ള ആളുകൾ ഇവിടെയുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ അവരുടെയൊക്കെ പാദത്തിൽ സ്പർശിക്കുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവരോടും എൻ്റെ വിനീതമായ നന്ദി പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതിയാവില്ലെങ്കിലും ഞാനിവിടെ പറയുകയാണ്. ഇന്ത്യ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം നേടിയ അന്ന് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ആകെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്ന ഡോക്ടർമാർ 50,000 ഇന്ന് നമുക്ക് കണക്കറിയാമോ? ഇന്ന് ഇന്ത്യയിൽ ഓരോ വർഷവും 90,000 ഡോക്ടർമാരെയാണ് നമ്മൾ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുന്നത്. കേരള യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഓഫ് ഹെൽത്ത് സയൻസിൻ്റെ കീഴിൽ മാത്രം 30 മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജ് ഉണ്ട്. 4,000 വിദ്യാർത്ഥികൾ ഓരോ വർഷവും പുറത്തിറങ്ങുന്നു. പക്ഷേ കണക്കുകൾ പറയുന്നത് ഇവരൊന്നും പോരാ എന്നാണ്. ഇവരൊന്നും കേരളത്തിന് പോരാ എന്നല്ല പറയുന്നത്, ഇവരൊന്നും ലോകത്തിന് പോരാ എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. ഇന്നലെ സംസാരമധ്യേ പ്രൊഫസർ MV പിള്ള സാർ പറഞ്ഞു, അമേരിക്കയിൽ മാത്രം കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്ന് പാസ്സായ 4,000 ഡോക്ടർമാർ ജോലി ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. കേരളത്തിലെ ഡോക്ടർമാരെ ലോകത്തിന് ആവശ്യമുണ്ട്. അതിനുള്ള തയ്യാറെടുപ്പുകളാണ് നമ്മൾ നടത്തിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്നത്. കഴിഞ്ഞ ദിവസം നാഷണൽ ബോർഡ് ഓഫ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ്റെ ചെയർമാനായിരുന്ന ബിപിൻ ബത്ര എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, കഴിഞ്ഞ 10 വർഷമായിട്ട് നീറ്റ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ, അതായത് MBBS കഴിഞ്ഞ് PGക്ക് പോകുന്ന ആളുകളുടെ നീറ്റ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻ്റെ റിസൾട്ട് അദ്ദേഹം പരിശോധിച്ചപ്പോൾ ആദ്യത്തെ 13,000 റാങ്കുകൾ അദ്ദേഹം അനലൈസ് ചെയ്തപ്പോൾ കഴിഞ്ഞ 10 വർഷമായിട്ട് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ കുട്ടികൾ വന്നത് കേരളത്തിൽ നിന്നാണ്. തിരുവനന്തപുരം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജ് അടക്കമുള്ള കേരളത്തിലെ മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിൽ നിന്നാണ് കഴിഞ്ഞ 10 വർഷമായിട്ട് ഏറ്റവും ടോപ്പ് റാങ്കേഴ്സ് വരുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ ചില്ലറക്കാരൊന്നുമല്ല, നമുക്കത് തിരിച്ചറിഞ്ഞേ മതിയാകൂ. പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കുന്നുണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ മെഡിക്കൽ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം പോരാ എന്ന്. അത് എന്തുകൊണ്ടെന്നാൽ നമ്മൾ ഇതിലും വലുതാകണം എന്ന ആഗ്രഹമുള്ളത് കൊണ്ടാണ്. പക്ഷേ വി ആർ ഡൂയിങ് ക്വയറ്റ് വെൽ. ഈ കഴിഞ്ഞ 2 വർഷം നമ്മൾ കോവിഡിൻ്റെ നടുക്കുകൂടെ പോകുന്ന കാലത്ത് നമ്മുടെ പോസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ് സ്റ്റുഡൻസ്, നമ്മുടെ ഇൻറ്റേൺസ്, ദേ വർ വർക്കിംഗ് ആസ് കോവിഡ് വാറിയേഴ്സ്. അതിൻ്റെ ഇടയിൽ വളരെ ചിന്തിതമായ ചില നിർദ്ദേശങ്ങൾ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിക്ക് വന്നിരുന്നു. എന്തുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ഇവരെ പരീക്ഷ കൂടാതെ പാസ്സാക്കിക്കൂടാ എന്ന്. യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി അത് വളരെ വിശദമായി ചർച്ച ചെയ്യുകയും കോവിഡ് സമയത്ത് പാസ്സാകുന്ന കോവിഡ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ്സ് എന്ന ഒരു ബാഡ് നെയിം അവർക്ക് എന്നും ഉണ്ടാകും എന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് നമ്മളത് വേണ്ടാന്ന് തീരുമാനിച്ചു. വെസ്റ്റേൺ കൺട്രീസ് ചിലതൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. വി ഹാവ് റെക്കോർഡ്സ്. വി ഡിസൈഡഡ് വി വിൽ നോട്ട് ഡു ദാറ്റ്. പക്ഷേ ഈ എക്സാമിനേഷൻസ് കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ അവർ റിസൾട്ട്സ് വെർ ആസ് ബെറ്റർ ആസ് പ്രീവിയസ് എക്സാമിനേഷൻസ്. മാത്രവുമല്ല, സ്റ്റിൽ ഐ ഹാഡ് എ ഡൗട്ട് ഈ എല്ലാവരെയും പാസ്സാക്കിയതാണോ എന്ന്. സോ വി അനലൈസ്ഡ് അവർ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി കണ്ടക്റ്റഡ് ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് സ്റ്റഡീസ്. അതിൽ നിന്ന് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാക്കിയത് നമ്മുടെ വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളുടെ കോമ്പീറ്റൻസിന് ഒരു കുറവും വന്നിട്ടില്ല. ആൻഡ് I can proudly say that the medical graduates coming from Kerala University of Health Sciences were good, are good and will be good എന്ന കാര്യത്തിൽ യാതൊരു സംശയവുമില്ല. Now we are going through a very exciting times of our time. അതായത് ഡെമോഗ്രാഫിക് ഡിവിഡൻഡിനെ കുറിച്ച് നമ്മൾ പറയാറുണ്ട്. 15 വയസ്സ് മുതൽ 60 വയസ്സ് വരെയുള്ള ആളുകൾ ഏറ്റവും അധികമുള്ള ഒരു നാടാണ് ഇന്ന് ഇന്ത്യ. ദ വർക്കിംഗ് ഫോഴ്സ് വി ഹാവ് ദ മാക്സിമം ഇൻ ദ വേൾഡ്. പക്ഷേ ഈ വർക്കിംഗ് ഫോഴ്സ് വർക്കബിൾ ആകണം. ഇഫ് ദേ ആർ നോട്ട് കേപ്പബിൾ ഓഫ് വർക്കിംഗ്, ദിസ് ഡെമോഗ്രാഫിക് ഡിവിഡൻഡ് ക്യാൻ ബിക്കം ഡെമോഗ്രാഫിക് ഡിസാസ്റ്റർ. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെയാണ് കേരള യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഓഫ് ഹെൽത്ത് സയൻസസ് പോലെയുള്ള സ്ഥാപനങ്ങൾക്ക്, തിരുവനന്തപുരം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജുകൾ പോലെയുള്ള സ്ഥാപനങ്ങൾക്ക് പ്രസക്തി. ഇഫ് വി ക്യാൻ ക്രിയേറ്റ് world-class professionals, which we are doing, we should much better. If we are creating world-class professionals, India has got a very huge, bright opportunity. ഒരു കാര്യം കൂടി ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ട് അവസാനിപ്പിക്കാം. As we are going through the 4th industrial revolution, India missed the first and second industrial revolution because we were under British. But then suddenly we jumped into the 3rd industrial revolution, which was computer revolution, and we topped. All over the world, the computer professionals are from India. And some time back, when I went to Japan, they asked, why you are so good in computers? I said, who discovered zero? We discovered zero. And without zero, where is mathematics? Where is computer? So that is the innate strength of this country, and we have to continue that strength. And when artificial intelligence comes, when telemedicine comes, we will be on the top, and our students will be on the top. And this institution will be the top institution which is producing world-class 4th industrial revolution winners. And let us hope that we will continue that, and I wish my alma mater the every best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mohanan sir, for those kind words. Now we request the princess to launch the noble project Thalirukal and to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning, everybody. It's a proud privilege for me to stand in front of you at this auspicious August function, and we all recollect that this institution could happen because of the vision of a great Raja Pramukh, His Highness Thirunal Balarama Varma, and we are greatly indebted to the royal family for this. And since inception, it has grown manifold, and now we are doubly honored by the presence of the direct descendant of the Highness, and I invite the Tambirati to deliver the inaugural address and then give away the awards.
Ishwaro Rakshadu. Dignitaries on and off the dais, family of the medical college, past, present and future, a good day to all of you. I crave your indulgence in not addressing each person by name, because as possibly catabolism increases, the tendency to sometimes slip upon names comes, and I may mention one person, not mention the other person, call somebody wrong. So I preferred not to expose myself to such ridicule. Today is a very special day in the life of the medical college. And the doctors are going to launch the project, which is really wonderful. I think the project is already on, or you're going to launch it now? So that Thalir project is going to come into fruition. It is a wonderful idea, a wonderful thought process, and I hope that it will operate the way it should, and that you would be able to help more and more people. In your profession, as doctors, you would perhaps be the people who are most exposed to the frailties of human life, to the sorrows and sobs and sighs of living and dying, the trauma and travail which accompanies ill health, along with escalating medical charges, depreciating income, especially from interest banks and things like that. How do you manage? It is terrible. And if you are able to help at least some people, it is impossible to help everybody, or to help everybody, even one person fully may be impossible. But if you are able to wipe away a tear, make it a little more possible to face the challenge of quality life along with quantity life, you're making that possible. In fact, the greatest punyam is paropakaram. As it is said, Ashtadasha Puranathil Vyasan chonnadu randutan Paropakarame punyam papame parapidanam. So here the Thalir is all set for Paropakaram, Parane Upagarikya. That is a wonderful thing, and I take it as a great privilege to launch the same. With regard to a few random thoughts which went through my mind during this function of the Platinum Jubilee of the Trivandrum Medical College and alumni. At first I was just glancing through pages of history, and I found how much medical advancement has been made, even in comparative terms, with the rest of India in Little Travancore. But subsequently, after coming here, I have decided not to talk on that, because it would seem something like blowing the trumpet of my own family, especially when I say it. Even starting from the time of Rani Gouri Lakshmi Bayi in the 1800s, who was a regent to Maharaja Aswathy Thirunal, when the royal family was the first to take smallpox inoculation and lead the state to do it. The family was the first to do it. From her time up to now, there have been so much of success stories. Almost all the earlier hospitals that you see have been by royal connections. But that is nothing unusual, because it was monarchy which was at that time. So it was obvious that it would come like that way. We have had wonderful success stories, but I will not talk on any of those things now, except to mention that the Nayatinkara health unit was the first of its kind in India, and it led the way to many other states in India following its footsteps in excellence. Like that, I mean, there are so many, I don't know where to start and where to end, so I'm not going to say anything more. Now, but in the time of, this is just for common interest, especially among the younger student population. That is, in the time of Maharaja Swadhinal's younger brother Uttaranthirunal, Maharaja Uttaranthirunal, when he was the Ilayaraja, he was very much interested in allopathy, in English medicine. Ayurvedam always was one of the most focal treatment systems. Allopathy came as an alternate system. And it was not exactly very popular also. People had not much faith also. But he was very much interested. And with the guidance of Dr. Brown, an Englishman, English doctor, he had set up a dispensary within the Vellakottaram Palace compound. All those crucibles and all those things are still with us, which he had used for the laboratory purposes. And he also learned how to give injections. And he used to himself give injections to the Nambudiri Brahmins who came for the Lakshadipam Morajabam of the Padmanabha Swami temple, who totally refused to be treated by anybody in the what they call the Vellakaranda medicine. But when Maharaja said, "Shall I do it with my own?" they said, "Yes, you may." And he was very particular in learning the anatomy. He wanted to learn about the skeletal system. How was it possible? It was impossible to touch a skeleton. So he had a skeleton made in ivory, full-size skeleton, and he learned about the bones and the skeletal parts and all that from that. And that particular ivory skeleton, I'm sure many of the senior doctors here would know, but maybe there are many of you who don't know. If you don't know, if you have the time and the inclination, the attitude or aptitude, please go to the Natural History Museum within the zoo complex. There on the ground floor, in a huge glass case, this ivory skeleton is there, even today. And he learned on that. It's just as a passing interest. But before I proceed, though Dr. MKC said never mind, but I think I have to make a slight correction. I am not the senior most member. I may look the senior most, but I am not the senior most member of my family. My elder sister is definitely senior to me. As I heard him say, I heard a sound, a thump. I found it was my heart falling out. But then the consolation immediately was that Dr. Vijayaraghavan is here. He will put it back in place. Then I thought, now, even MKC, who knows me so well, thinks I am older than my sister. Not he. Many people have thought that way. Not just he. He doesn't have that monopoly status. But then came an alternate. There is Dr. Ramakrishnan sitting right here, plastic surgeon. There must be many other plastic surgeons, but the one I know from childhood, he used to come for parties in a Balyam. Pavada Bolta Nikaraketa. You used to come and we used to run about and play for our parties and all. His father, Keshwanar, and all were very much well known to the family. So, and he is an expert plastic surgeon. So maybe he will help me to look younger. By the time the medical college reaches 100 years and we all gather here together, at that time, I will look younger. So anyway, that is that. I hope very much that this wonderful college and its hospital will grow up in heights. And I have a request to make to you. Maybe the students may not be in a position to do that, but there are so many seniors here and people who are not exactly working here, but who are very much part of the place. Whether you could do something to help to keep your equipments in order. I will give you 2 examples. I don't know whether I am talking out of turn. It's always better to talk nicely and very softly and sweetly, like our Dr. Medal Sami Chitra. He has taught us how to talk softly and sweetly. But however, I remember many years ago in the medical college, they needed a specialized kidney table. Don't ask me for what. But though we pretend we are doctors without degrees, certain things we don't really know. Many things we don't know. But this kidney table was donated by Maharaja Thirunal from our palace trust. And it arrived in the medical college. We do not know what happened to it. One day, Sri Karnagaran, who was the chief minister at that time, happened to visit that place, and he found an unusual type of structure which looked like a table, on which, the tiffin carriers were sitting, umbrellas were put there, one baby was sitting there playing, banging on it and all that. So because it was unusual, he asked, "What is this?" Dead silence. He asked again, "What is this?" They said, "Oh, it's a kidney table." "Oh, kidney table. What is it doing here?" "Oh, it's a very specialized table." "Oh, good. But then what is it doing here?" "No, the kidney table has come, but we don't have a place to accommodate it. So we are finding out." So many years have gone. They're still finding. Now that, and by the time they found out, God knows what had happened to the kidney table. Whether it went into eternal rest or eternal oblivion, we do not know. Then recently, in the medical college, if I'm wrong, please forgive me, there is a equipment in the cancer area of the medical college, about 16 crores of rupees for that equipment. It needs a subsidiary supplementary equipment to make it functional. That has not come, and this is sitting there. This sort of thing is very sad. It's not only sad, it is shocking. So if I am wrong and if there is no such 16 crore of equipment, please forgive me. But to the best of my knowledge, it is there. They have made very specialized thick walls, they have made a room or something for it, but it is non-operable. There's no doubt about it. Please check. Again, I take a munkur jamim anticipatory bail. If I am wrong, please forgive me. So these sort of things, whether the authorities concerned could take a little more caution about such things, that they do not go. As you know, every year, new equipments are coming. Medical profession is facing a huge challenge because new equipments, new instruments keep on coming at escalating costs. And it is not possible to, maybe from America or wherever it is, that it is coming. For them it is good, but for us to keep on buying them is impossible. So what we have and what we have bought, we should keep safe. I was very happy to hear that there are, in multiples, doctors who have passed out of this great institution and who have gone abroad and are working. You said 4,000 doctors in America? Yeah. In America. But that is a comparatively small figure, because every other doctor you would like to go. There are very few who are really staying back. Canada is now the latest paradise, and not only for doctors, for almost everybody. Australia, Canada, things like that. And you have given the number of hospitals that are here, and the private hospitals. Trivandrum has become a hospital city. At every turn, at every corner, you find either a hospital or a scan center or something. And along with that, innumerable medical shops. Innumerable. I don't know whether to feel happy or alarmed. When you, somebody was saying, when you go to inaugurate a hospital, what do you say? It's the same with the police station. If you say, let it prosper, let more and more people come, you know what that means. That more and more people have to be sick, or in the case of the police station, more and more criminals. So it's very difficult. So instead of that, of course, as long as there is a human being, I mean, health problems can always come. So there has to be an answer to that. And whether it's Ayurveda or Unani or tribal medicine or Marma Chikitsa or allopathy or homeopathy, whatever it may be, you do need. There's no doubt about it. But so many hospitals. And if all the hospitals are full, then it is definitely very alarming. Very alarming. But anyway, in fact, I would just tell you that the General Hospital, which was started in 1865 under Thirunal, started surgery only in 1934, because I guess surgery came that way only. And our public health laboratory in 1937 was one of the highest rated laboratories in India. And also in 1939, radium therapy was introduced. By then, we had 32 government hospitals, 55 dispensaries, and 31 private hospitals in Travancore. It's a fairly big amount. And you may know, you may not know, that the administration invited Dr. Alexander Fleming, penicillin. He came, he was invited and to Travancore. He came to the medical college as a very honored guest. Maybe there is a photograph of him somewhere here, I don't know. Is there, Doctor? Dr. Alexander Fleming's visit? You could not trace it because it was there. He definitely came. And when Panditji came for the first time, I think in 1951, to lay the foundation stone, Srimati Indira Gandhi came with him, and also Rajiv Gandhi and Sanjay Gandhi. They came to the Kaudiyar Palace also, and we have a group photograph. Akka and I, we are also there. And it is a very interesting photograph because it has 3 Prime Ministers of India. Pandit Nehru himself, who was the Prime Minister, Indira Gandhi of the future, Rajiv Gandhi of the future. Anyway, those are, I will remember that occasion so well. And it was in 1954, if I remember right, when again, medical college inauguration. That was again hospital, Pandit only. That is it, 1950, when Pandit Nehru came for the inauguration and he came home again. It was there, if I remember right, that the information came about Poti Ramalu passing away, Andhra, and there Pandit Nehru told my uncle, Maharaja, who was the Raj Pramukh at that time, we have to give the linguistic states. First linguistic state, the decision was taken by him, but then he said, I go back to Delhi and in the parliament we will pass it. And I remember my uncle saying, one more weapon for disharmony. We have so many weapons for disharmony. Language is going to be one more weapon for disharmony. SAT Hospital, which is the nucleus, I think, of this entire medical college block, was in expansion, Sri Avittam Thirunal Hospital. Avittam Thirunal was the Maharaja's only sister's eldest child and son, and my elder brother. He passed away at the age of 6. He had some cardiac problem, and he passed away at the age of 6. And this SAT hospital was established, was by our family, out of the family's funds, not government funds, for children. But as the years went by, its characters started changing, and like the Arabi and Ottagam Katha, the Arabi was out and Ottagam was in. Because what was started as a children's hospital became a women and children's hospital, and then became more women than children, and the argument was that if there is no woman, there is no child. Well, that's an unbeatable argument anyway. So that is how, and then we had to fight with them, and now I think it's made half and half or something like that now. Half that and half this. And that was the nucleus, and then all the other hospitals have come subsequently, and the 2 big major central government, Sri Chitra and the Cancer Hospital, they are all subsequent additions. I have only one thing to say. Unfortunately, I did not look at the time when I started, but I'm almost sure that 15 minutes would have gone. Isn't it? You didn't check. I hope the people at the back have not checked. But anyway, not to worry. I'm stopping now. I'm very, very happy to be here. So many of the doctors present here, more on the senior side, I know very well. And this is supposed to be known as God's own country. Pauranically, yes, it was. Practically today, I leave it to you to decide whether it is God's own country or not. It is your own individual decisions. But the parent of that very famous slogan, God's own country, it's everywhere. It is everywhere. The parent of that slogan is also here, Jayagumar. Why don't you stand up? Let them see you. Chief Secretary, retired Chief Secretary of Kerala, it is he who brought out this slogan, God's own country. I hope you won't amend it. I hope you won't amend it anyway. So anyway, all the best to all of you, to the entire medical fraternity, whether you are past or present or future. The doctors can never really be past. They can never be, it is their wealth. As long as they are able to work, I mean, the value of the past doctors is something which cannot be evaluated. It is something so great. And we really have, apart from just being past, we really have such a wonderful collection of brilliance, medical brilliance sitting here. And I am very happy to be with you for a little time. You have two options, either to be positive or negative. So as I came in and saw all these doctors, I had a thing. Now supposing I fall ill, every profession is represented here. Many of the big hospitals like KIMS represented here. So no problem. But then why do you think in negative terms? By seeing them all, I feel better. I feel more well. So that's the positive aspect. Positive aspect. So to all of you, all the very best. May God take you all the right path. May service to humanity, which is your chosen lot, it is a great challenge, no doubt. Be always there. Keep up your reputation that the Indian doctors always, their expertise does not rest with the head. It has a heart also. The Indian doctors have a heart. The way they behave to in the foreign countries, the Indian doctors are very much in demand because they treat not just with the head, but with the heart also. And that is a big qualification the Indian doctors have. And many of you may remember Dr. Bayi. The moment he comes in, he touches you, you feel better. There are other doctors here also like that, but then I don't want to mention by name that way. But that is there. So please treat not just with your head and hand, but with your heart also, which is what you are doing. God bless and all the very best.
Thank you, Princess. We request the Princess to launch the noble project Thalirukal.
I've done it already, haven't I?
Dear friends and Thambrati, actually we wanted Thambrati to inaugurate the first meeting of our 70th anniversary just because the history our Thambrati has elaborated. Actually, this medical college is the brainchild of our royal family. Then only, you know, in 1942, the Board Committee came out with the thing that MBBS will be the minimum standard of modern medicine. And then onwards, the royal family, our Maharaja, Thirunal Maharaja was behind starting this medical college. So Thambrati, actually we wanted, intentionally only we invited Thambrati here. Now, let me just give a few words about the Thalirukal. You all know that a lot of children are coming in our campus. SIT Hospital, CDC, Child Development Center, RCC, Shri Chitra. So a lot of, even starting from the northeast, even from the north and Tamil Nadu, everywhere. And from the Kasaragod to Parashali of Kerala state. Actually, many of them, after they get probably a best treatment here, and even then need not give any money for the treatment. Most of them, it is free also. But the thing is, in follow-up, they are all lost. basically because they don't have the money to come here, stay here and go back. So that is a lot of our own colleagues has suggested that we should have something to start, a project start in the 70th anniversary of this Trivandrum Medical College. That is why that Alumni Association has taken the initiative, but it is not belonging to the Alumni Association. I hope the Trivandrum citizens will take up this project as their own, and we should continue. What we planning is, one, those who are right now, those who are going out of this hospital with the chronic illness, they will be properly followed up on teleconsultation and give proper advice. That is one thing. Number two, in case they have a financial difficulty for a further treatment, some of us will try to help it by monetarily also. This is a basic project. And the project, the chairman is Dr. K. Elizabeth, our former head of Department of Pediatrics. And the secretary is Dr. Riaz. He is also presently the associate professor in pediatrics and RM of SAT Hospital. Here we have Dr. Bindu, the superintendent of SAT Hospital also is here. And this support will be to all the institutions in the campus, and we hope that in future, probably we can spread this to all the children in Kerala, not only to Kerala, even to all over India. Probably we can support it from Trivandrum itself. So actually, this is the Trivandrum citizen support for kids. It is not alumni or Trivandrum Medical. It is the support for the whole Trivandrum citizen has to join this. So with this, because I invite the superintendent of SIT Hospital, Dr. Bindu, and Dr. K. Elizabeth, and Dr. Riaz, with the Thamburati will, with the ഈ ഫലകം ഇത് ചെയ്യും. അതിനുശേഷം ആസ് എ symbol of right now, we will be providing a cash amount to the superintendent of SIT Hospital for some children which she can decide. And there will be actually, but that I don't go to the details. Probably you will be informed how it will be working and all these things. So I request the Thamburati to, I am coming, Thamburati to launch this project. Thank you. Myself, on behalf of Alumni Association, myself, Dr. Vichasan, Secretary, and Dr. Lakshmi will present to the Thamburati. Thamburati will hand over to Dr. Elizabeth, Dr. Bindu, and Dr.
We are moving on to the award ceremony. Dr. Leelamani D. Ambrose, we are proud to give you Lifetime Achievement Award, ma'am. 1951 MBBS batch from GMC Trivandrum. She had done...
ആദ്യ ബാച്ചിലെ സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റാണ് വലിയത്താൻ സാറ്, കൃഷ്ണനാഥ് സാറ്, ഇവരൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. We are respecting them tomorrow evening, but we want വളരെ ആക്റ്റീവ്. The nice thing is, Madam is still practicing. I don't think anybody in the Kerala, she must be around 90, coming to 90, but still practicing.
She worked as a tutor, assistant professor and associate professor, presently working as consultant physician and medical superintendent, Nirmala Hospital, Trivandrum. Thank you, ma'am.
Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Azad Moopan, Founder, Chairman and Managing Director of Aster DM Healthcare Center, did MBBS in Calicut Medical College in 1979 with gold medal, DTCD in Delhi University in 1982, MD General Medicine in Calicut Medical College in 1985 with gold medal. He started his career as lecturer in medicine and relocated to Dubai in 1987. Aster DM Healthcare Center has grown into a large healthcare organization with 679 facilities spread across 7 countries. His awards and achievements include Padma Shri Award by the Government of India for Social Service in 2011, Pravasi Bharatiya Samman by the Government of India in 2010, Visionary CEO of the Year Award at CEO Middle East Awards 2019.
Thank you. It is there.
Thank you, sir. We are proud to give lifetime.
Yes, ma'am. ആസാദ് മോഹനെ എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയായിരിക്കും. നമ്മുടെ ആസ്റ്റർ മെഡിസിറ്റിയുടെ the sole CMD and my good friend also. He was actually he was working in Calicut Medical for a long time, and after that he started the Gulfil പോയിട്ട് ദുബായിൽ he started his own hospital, which is now it is open to everyone the level of Aster Medicity, including a medical college. Thank you.
Dr. Babu Matthew, we are proud to give you Lifetime Achievement Award, sir. He did his BDS in 1960.
Please, Babu Matthew sir, 1960 batch BDS. I think that is the first batch of BDS. And he is also very active in the social. He is in the preventive oncology. A lot of camps. I don't think anyone has crossed that mark.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Vijay Raghavan. He graduated from Thirunal Medical College in 1964, took MD in General Medicine in 1969, took doctorate in Cardiology in 1973, Vice Chairman and Founder Director, Kerala Institute of Medical Sciences, Trivandrum.
Dr. Vijayaram sir, നമ്മുടെ Trivandrum Medical College, Krishnath sir, just President of Trivandrum Medical Alumni Association, and my people also, and one of the better renowned cardiologists in Kerala.
Next, the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Shahidullah, MD-FRCP, Founder, Chairman and Managing Director of KIMS Healthcare Management Limited, President of Trivandrum Medical College Alumni Association, CYI National Steering Committee member. Sir, please.
Already പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞു. സാറായിരുന്നു President of Trivandrum Medical Alumni Association. Even though KIMS ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ പോലും ഇപ്പോഴും ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ അലുമിനി അസോസിയേഷനെയും മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജിനെയും സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു. So we are extremely thankful, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Markand Pillai, who has completed his MBBS from 1969 batch and MS Neuro in 1978.
Sir, വന്നിട്ടില്ല. He belongs to 64 batch. So he will be on in the evening or tomorrow session.
We'd like to invite Dr. Y.M. Fasil Marika, sir, for the Lifetime Achievement Award. He was the alumnus of Trivandrum Medical College from 1965 to 2003. First PhD from the medical faculty in Kerala and has guided 24 PhDs so far. Sir, please. Thank you, sir.
Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime
Fasil Marika sir, നമ്മുടെ സർജറി പ്രോസസ് എന്ന വൺ അച്ചീവ്മെൻറ്റ് ഈസ് ഹി ഹാസ് ഡൺ പ്രോബ്ലി റിയലി ഒരു എന്താണ് മെഡിക്കൽ റിസർച്ച് ആൻഡ് ജെന്യുവിൻ രീതിയിൽ ട്രിവാൻഡ്രം മെഡിക്കൽ കോളേജ് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്ത ലോങ് ടൈം ചെയ്ത ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണ് അദ്ദേഹം. ഹിസ് studies on urinary calculus. ഞാനും അതിൻ്റെയൊക്കെ പാർട്ടായിട്ടുണ്ട്. I was also a patient of him with the urinary calculus. So thank you, sir. And right now, he is a principal of Mount Zion Medical College in Nadu. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. P.A. Thomas, who has completed his MBBS from 1960 batch, Government Medical College, Trivandrum. He has served as the head of the Department of General Surgery in Government Medical College, Trivandrum. Sir, please.
P.A. Thomas sir, എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാം, പാറ്റ്, ജൂനിയർ പാറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയും. We had another P.A. Thomas sir, plastic surgeon. Sir was one of the boldest surgeon I have ever seen. And actually, yes, I learned thyroid surgery partly from him also, and partly from Krishnamurthy sir.
Thank you, sir. We'd like to invite Dr. Prashantan N. for the Lifetime Achievement Award. He worked as Professor and HOD Department of Orthopedics, Chief of Trauma Care Unit, Gouri Medical College, Trivandrum. At present, Senior Consultant Orthopedician, Lord's Hospital, Trivandrum. Sir, please.
Prashantan sir, actually this is not the way of introducing him. He was the state volleyball team captain when I studied in Marianius College. And he also represented the Kerala National University team also. He was in the
Thank you, sir. Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. M.K.C. Nair, who is the founder of Child Development Center, Trivandrum. He has worked in the National Institute for Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation, former Vice Chancellor, Kerala University of Health Sciences, Chairman, Scientific Advisory Committee. He has a record of 12 national awards. Sir, please.
Thank you, sir.
നമ്മുടെ M.K.C. Nair is actually, he was always with the Alumni Association. He is the chairman of the scientific committee, and also we started a foundation in memory of our beloved Dr. M.R.S. Menon Research Foundation, and he is the chairman of that foundation also. Adhyamala, Vinod Menon is here, one of the governing body member of that. And we are extremely thankful for his contribution. Actually, CDCയുടെ ഉപജ്ഞാതാവും ഇവിടെ നമ്മുടെ ചൈൽഡ് ഡെവലപ്മെൻറ്റ് സെൻറ്റർ. That is the greatest contribution to this campus, and we are extremely honored and to know that for his contribution as well as for his joining this alumni association as the chairman of the scientific committee and the chairman of the MRS Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I invite Dr. Salil Kumar for the Lifetime Achievement Award, 1970 MBBS batch from GMC Trivandrum, worked as Vice Principal and retired as Principal, Government Medical College, Trivandrum. Sir, please.
Dr. Salil Kumar, 1970, but he was principal here. Right now he is the principal of the SUT Medical College, and he is one of the state president of the END Association in the past, my own classmate.
Thank you, sir. Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. Kuchtri Seema Thomas, who has served as the Deputy Director, Nursing Education, Directorate of Medical Education, Trivandrum. She has an experience of 29 years in BSc Nursing and MSc Nursing. Ma'am, please.
She is representing the first batch of BSc Nursing. It started in 1972, and maybe a few more later, but she was very, very active in coordinating their batch meetings and all, and supporting the Alumni Association of Thirunal. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We'd like to invite Dr. Jacob Epen for the Lifetime Achievement Award, 1970 MBBS batch from Toronto Medical College. First Indian American to win 5 public general elections in America. First Asian to serve as health advisor to UNHRC. Sir, please.
Dr. Jacob Epen actually is the first public specialist from the Indian origin in USA. He was working in WHO also.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Jacob Epen in the classmate on 1970 batch, and he has come all the way from USA for this particular every alumni association meeting he will be here. And another person is Dr. Krishna Prasad. Yes, Krishna Prasad. So every alumni for the last actually I want to say a few words about Krishna Prasad. For the last 15 years he is providing 40 scholarships of 10,000 each to the MBBS 40 scholarship. 15 കൊല്ലമായിട്ട് യു ക്യാൻ ഇമാജിൻ ഹൗ മച്ച് മണി ഇറ്റ്. അത് കൂടാതെ വേറെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ വേറെ തരുന്നുണ്ട്. അത് ഞാൻ സോ ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ ലവ് ഓഫ് കൃഷ്ണ പ്രസാദ് ടുവേർഡ്സ് ദ അൽമാ മാറ്റർ.
Next, we are proud to announce the Lifetime Achievement Award for Dr. S. Papachan, who completed his MBBS in the 1975 batch from our college and post-graduation in 1982. He is the head of the Department in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Bethesda Hospital, Pathanamthitta. Sir, please.
Dr. Papachan is 1975 batch and Lifeline Hospital. ഞങ്ങളെല്ലാം കേട്ടാണ് അടൂർ ആസ് വെൽ ആസ് ഇൻ ദുബായ് എവരിവെയർ. സോ the congrats.
Thank you, sir.
നമ്മുടെ പാസ്റ്റ് പ്രസിഡന്റ് ഡോക്ടർ രാമകൃഷ്ണൻ നായർ സാറുണ്ട്. സാറിൻ്റെ അവാർഡ് 20th മോർണിംഗിലാണ്. കുറേ പേരുണ്ട്. ഐ നോ ദർ ആർ ലോട്ട് ഓഫ് പീപ്പിൾ. 3-4 സെഷൻസ് വി ആർ ഡൂയിങ്. And I think so because we have a award ceremony in the evening, tomorrow evening also we have award ceremony and day after tomorrow, so we are split the awardees in 3-4. Thank you. Now I request one more small function. Joy Philip endowment, Dr. Joy Philip. I request Fatul Mati. Sorry, Dr. Jodhindra Kumar is there. It is ready.
Next, we are proud to announce the Distinguished Alumni Award for Dr. K. Jodhindra Kumar, who is an orthodontist, distinguished teacher, researcher and administrator. At present, he is the CEO, Chief Dental Officer and orthodontist. Sir, please.
Just interrupting for a second. I heard about Dr. Ramesh getting the award. I'm very, very happy about it. It is his father, Keshavan Nair, who drew up the ground plan for the medical college before the World War. And when the World War came, it had to be put on hold. It was his father, Dr. Keshavan Nair, who did it. Brilliant son of a brilliant father.
നിങ്ങളെല്ലാം കണ്ടു കാണും. The architects of Toronto Medical are 3. ഡോക്ടർ സി ഒ കഞ്ഞൂരിൻ്റെ ഫോട്ടോ ഉണ്ട്. സി ഒ കരുണാകരൻ, ഡോക്ടർ ആർ കേശവൻ നാരായണൻ, ഡോക്ടർ തങ്കവേലു സാർ. സോ സാറിൻ്റെ മകനും അത് മാത്രമല്ല നമ്മുടെ അലുമിനി അസോസിയേഷൻ്റെ എല്ലാത്തിനും കുറേ ഈവൻ അറ്റ് ദ ഏജ് ഓഫ് 80 നിയറിങ് 80 സാർ എല്ലാത്തിനും നമ്മുടെ കൂടെ ഉണ്ട്. Dr. Jodhindra Kumar was principal of Dental College here as well as joined DME also. So thank you, Jodhindra Kumar. Now I request
For the Distinguished Alumni Award, I invite Dr. Arun B. Nair, sir, 1966 MBBS batch from Trivandrum Medical College, did MD Psychiatry from Gouri Medical College and the author of 18 books. Sir, please.
Arun, Arun, ഏത് batch? 96. And Arun പറയേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല. എവറി വൺ ഹാസ് സീൻ ഹിം ഇൻ ദ മീഡിയ ആൻഡ് TV ആൻഡ് എവറിഥിങ്. ഏറ്റവും സൈക്കാട്രി ഡോക്ടർ ജോണിനെ പോലെ, CJ എൻ്റെ ക്ലാസ്മേറ്റ് CJ ജോണിനെ പോലെ തന്നെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സൈക്കാട്രിയിൽ പബ്ലിക് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ. സോ ദിസ് അവാർഡ് ഈസ് ഫോർ ദ സോഷ്യൽ സർവീസ് യു ഡൂയിങ് ത്രൂ ദ സോഷ്യൽ മീഡിയ. Mrs. Arun also is there, Dr. Devika, who is in physiology faculty.
Honorable, respected Aswathy Thirunal Thamburati, Mr. Jayakumar, my senior colleague M.V. Pillai, and my own students, Mohan, Vice Chancellor, Kalagasevan, Principal, MPSC Nair past, Vice Chancellor. Okay, he wants me to cut short. Okay, and all the respected teachers and my dear colleagues on of the dais, I want to say three things. One, people ask me how I have achieved this lifetime award. I've been here for 57 years as an alumni here. The first day I came here, this is this hall. So I have grown through this institution. Individually speaking, how I could do it, I will have to publicly acknowledge that it was just because of my wife, who has been looking after me in all the aspects of my personal matters, where I did not need to spend a time. And of course, today morning's session was telling the workaholic doctor, the most important deficiency or a failure is the family life. My wife has proved it otherwise. Particularly during the last 4 years of my fight with cancer, every day, every hour, every minute, every second, she is looking after me. And I don't think any wife in this environment could look after a husband the way she is looking after me. All these years. Sorry for being emotional, but I must say, thank you, Khurshid. My second job is dedication of part of my life to this alumni association. I have an exhibition of 72 plastic boxes. Some of you have seen. Presently, it is exhibited in my, I am the Dean of Mount Zion Medical College. It is there. But after my time, I have already talked with the Alumni Association, John Panikar, and the 72 boxes contain a lot of things, starting from my school days, my heritage. I happen to be the direct descendant of the last Sultan of Johor, Greater Johor. And from there, the school books, the college books, the bone set, 2,500 stones I have operated upon. Probably nobody would have collected those things, but I have them. And I got all the instruments which I have been using in the past, not seen now. And then I have the pre-computer, the art materials, the calligraphics and so on. And from the advent of computer in 1984, the various progress, all these things are available. I do not want to go into details. I dedicate my exhibition to the planning, to the Trivandrum Medical College Alumni Association. I come to the last part, most important. Joy Philip was my close friend, 57 years. I remember if I sit on the seat number 1, Joy Philip will be on seat number 2. But academically, he was far superior. I never reached him. But our friendship grew a lot. Joy Philip Endowment Fund. He left us on the 29th of May. As somebody was suggesting, we conduct regular meetings once a month, first Sunday of every month, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, now online. Other than that, we have the 2 monthly direct meetings also. I will read the rules which have been approved. The Trivandrum Medical Alumni Association. Okay. So shall I hand over now? Okay, now I will hand over the check for 7,88,383 rupees.
ഈ തുക മുഴുവൻ സാറിൻ്റെ ഒറ്റ എഫേർട്ടിലാണ്, ബട്ട് കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ ഫ്രം ദ ബാച്ച് അതിലാണ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്ന വി ആർ എസ്റ്റ്. അത് സാറിനെ ജോയ്ഫിൽ സാറിൻ്റെ മെമ്മോറിയലായിട്ട് വി ആർ ഗിവിംഗ് ദിസ് എൻഡോമെന്റ് ടു ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് MBBS സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ് ആസ് വെൽ ആസ് ടു ദ ബെസ്റ്റ് മെഡിസിൻ PG സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ്.
We invite Dr. Meera SN and Dr. Rajalakshmi to receive the award.
I request Dr. Girija. Dr. Girija, please come to the stage. Dr. Girija, please come to the stage.
Meera SN will be receiving the PG award and Dr. Rajalakshmi will be receiving the MBBS award. This is Dr. Rajalakshmi receiving the MBBS award.
Before concluding, I would acknowledge the presence of Miss Parvati Devi, നമ്മുടെ former PSC member and ഒരു social activist, നമ്മുടെ ശിവൻകുട്ടി സാറിൻ്റെ മിസ്സസും കൂടാണ്. മാഡം പുറകിൽ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ട്. And she is talking on the next session.
We'll conclude this session with a vote of thanks.
ഈ 7,50,000 they are entrusting with the Alumni Association, and from the interest of that amount, we will continue this endowment for hopefully forever.
Thank you all. We will conclude this session with a vote of thanks. We call upon Dr. Kavita Ravi, Additional Professor of Pathology, Government Medical College, Trivandrum, and Vice President of Alumni Association, to conclude with the vote of thanks.
Honorable Princess Aswathy Thirunal Gouri Lakshmi Bayi, our guest of honor, Honorable VC of Guhas, Dr. Mohanan sir, our Principal Dr. Kala Keshavan madam, and all the dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, and my dear friends. With such an auspicious start, I'm sure our Platinum Jubilee Convention is going to be a resounding success. I know we are 30 minutes past schedule, so I'll be having a brief vote of thanks. I am immensely privileged to propose the vote of thanks to one and all. Our Honorable Princess Gouri Lakshmi Bayi Tamburati has graced the occasion with her honorable presence, and indeed her speech was a peep into the history. We all have been inspired by your speech, ma'am. Thank you very much. Our VC has been with us throughout the planning and the execution of this function, because Guhas is also a part of the organizing committee of the Trivandrum Medical College Platinum Jubilee Convention. Thank you very much, sir, for all your support, guidance, and your presence today. Our principal, Kala Madam, she is a host for today's function.
I thank her too for all the support. And in fact, for want of time, let me conclude my speech expressing my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you present here, because it's difficult to name as I see a galaxy of distinguished alumni in the audience, all being doyens of the medical profession. So thank you. Thank you to all the invited guests once again, to the distinguished alumni, to the faculty, to the young doctors, and all the medicos present here. Thank you.